This man is sentenced to death. If anyone finds him, they're allowed to kill him. And yet, his paintings are still hanging in churches all over Rome. Out in the open, lit by candles, surrounded by families praying with their children. The city sees his work every day, but nobody can ever find him. Because the man who painted them is hiding in the dark. This isn't just anyone. It's the painter himself, the man who knows I deserve this. But how does a church-honored painter become a fugitive condemned to die? Before the hunt, before the death sentence, there was a man who came to Rome with a dream to make it. But Rome didn't greet him with marble halls and open doors. It gave him the gutter, filthy back alleys, gambling, nights drowned in wine, fights in the street. This is the Rome that shaped him. But Rome at the time was used to being painted very differently. Paintings where saints float, perfect skin, gentle violence. Everything too clean to be true. Then his paintings are hung in churches here. And at first, it's hard to tell what's wrong. Look closer. These don't feel like heaven. They feel like the street. What do you notice with the feet? Bare, dirty, the kind you see begging outside. He doesn't paint Rome the way it wants to be seen. He paints Rome as it is, the filthy streets brought into spotless holy churches, painted by a man on the run. Search the room. We're looking for a dangerous criminal. He blends in. He doesn't even look like one. You mean this saint here? No. We're looking for someone much worse. Caravaggio. Michelangelo Merisi da Caravaggio. And if you want to know why Rome wants his blood so badly, you don't start in Rome. This goes back. Not to childhood genius, not to charming beginnings, Northern Italy, Lombardy, the 1570s. Not the Rome of marble and triumph, real people working to survive. And when life isn't hard enough already, it gets harder. Families just vanish overnight, neighbors disappear without goodbyes, bodies pile higher because the grave diggers are dying too. And somewhere in this noise of dying, a young Caravaggio is watching. Man, you can't grow up here and still believe in perfect gods. Okay, full disclaimer, this is gonna get much worse in a bit. But we could have a little bit of fun first. Normally, Bacchus, the god of wine, lives in permanent Vegas mode. To a night we'll never forget. What happened last night? Whose baby is that? Now look how Caravaggio paints Bacchus. Bloodshot morning after vibes, the room is spinning, eyes that say, never again. This is Bacchus painted by a survivor. When Caravaggio is 6 years old, the plague is out for blood. It kills his father, then his grandfather, then his grandmother, all within 3 days. 4 years later, it comes back for his mother. His childhood doesn't make him violent, it does something worse. It kills his innocence too early. At first, Rome doesn't punish his roughness, it rewards him. A painting gets noticed, then another, a star in the making. Churches want him, but nothing about him becomes polite. The paintings grow larger, the light cuts harder, the saints start looking less like heaven. Because the models he hires are from the street. People notice, is this holy or dangerous? At night, Rome keeps him busy. One arrest after another. Illegal weapons, assault, public brawls each time he walks out. Because in the morning, Rome calls again. Paint faster, paint darker, paint what no one else dares. And he does. Until the painter becomes the painting. Because when a man keeps winning like this, the question isn't if it ends, it's where. One day in Rome, it just goes wrong. There's a duel, blades out, it blows up in seconds. Over debt, desire, ego, or something worse. Next thing you know, there's a body on the ground, blood spreading too fast, one name no one forgets. Ranuccio Tommasoni, a well-connected Roman gentleman, the kind of man protected by power. And that's where Rome draws the line. The sentence is brutal. If anyone finds the murderer, they have permission to kill him. By morning, Caravaggio is already on the run. He flees south to Naples, a city that knows how to hide men like him. He paints like time is ticking. Bodies crushed into shadow, violence thick in the air, but the work buys him time. Hoping to erase his sentence, he flees to Malta. Time for a fresh start. He tries to outrun the man he was and becomes a knight of Malta. But the devil comes out again. A fight breaks out, he's arrested, thrown into prison. But he escapes at night. Sicily follows. City to city, always moving, anyone could kill him. And even his paintings look like they're painted by a man on the run. He returns to Naples badly wounded after a violent attack, still painting while rumors spread Rome might forgive him. He paints himself as a severed head, a confession on canvas, a plea without words, and heads north to claim the pardon. He boards a boat, carries his paintings with him, but he's arrested again. This time by mistake. The chains come off, he stumbles onto the beach, but the boat leaves without him. While a fever is burning through him, his body finally gives in. He falls into the sand and dies unforgiven. The real question isn't how a violent man could paint so beautifully. It's this: would the beauty cut that deep if the life had been soft? The light, the darkness, the violence, the rawness. Chiaroscuro wasn't just style. It was how he experienced the world. Others painted the arrest of Jesus like theater, a staged betrayal, composed, balanced, safe. But Caravaggio traps you inside it. You feel Judith's breath. It's not a painting, it's a paparazzi photo with oil paint. And Caravaggio pulled the trigger. His paintings are uncomfortably real. True pain captured for the ages. Pivot, pivot, pivot. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Caravaggio had the guts to drag heaven into the street. Once you've tasted the rawness, you can't go back to spotless heaven. You want more of this, and that. But if I'm truly honest, the only other life I could have imagined for Caravaggio,
we only need the two of us together,
was breaking hearts with his Baroque boy band. If this journey brought you even a tiny moment of joy, leave a like or subscribe for our next adventure. Until then, thank you for